This is a very beautiful confirmation for someone. In the last video I just posted, I mentioned that the Lord gave me two books. Okay, well, one book, but two passages, two scriptures. Okay, so he gave me Genesis 7 and Genesis 9. Okay, so I'm going to be posting some words today pertaining to these scriptures. All right, but I just want to say, for whoever this is for, the Lord wants me to specifically tell you that you didn't do anything wrong. You did not do anything wrong. You're asking God, I've been mocked consistently. I've been lied on consistently. God, I've been attacked spiritually. I want to know, God, what have I done wrong? You were asking God these questions similar to how Job asked God these questions, right? But in today's word, we're talking about Noah, okay? Remember, Noah had an assignment. And his assignment was to build the ark. All right. And the reason why is because God knew and God saw that Noah was blameless. He is from an upright generation. He is blameless. And God had a lot of anger towards man, towards everybody else. But Noah found favor in God's eyes. He found favor in God's eyes, similar to how you found favor in God's eyes. There's been so much things that you went through in your life that you could have literally turned cold. You could have turned evil. You could have been revengeful. You could have been spiteful, but you didn't do any of that. In fact, you kept your good composure. You kept the grace. You stayed humble. You stayed, most importantly, obedient. You stayed obedient to God. And he is very well pleased and very, very happy with you. Very happy with you. And someone needs to hear this, because you have been trying to figure out, you have been nitpicking yourself. You have been nitpicking your actions. You have been nitpicking your routines. You have been nitpicking. You have been looking for the smallest things, and you're like, maybe it's because of this. Maybe it's because I watched this movie, or maybe it's because I ignored this text message, or maybe it's because you're looking for the most simplest, smallest things to try to blame yourself for, thinking maybe that's why you were spiritually attacked. Maybe that's why this is happening. Maybe that's why this is happening. No, you were literally gaslighting yourself. You were doing to yourself what everybody else was doing to you. And the whole time, what you didn't understand is you're actually blameless. There's people out here who are murdering people, who are stealing, okay, who are doing some really foul things. Remember, in these days of Noah, there were people doing some really reckless things. And it made God's, listen, the fact for God to want to wipe out the whole land, for God to want to wipe out everything that he created and start over, that's not because you watched a movie, or because you ignored a text message, or because you may have caught an attitude with someone the other day. No. For God to want to wipe out his whole creation and start fresh, that means that whatever was done was foul. It was disturbing. Okay? God found favor in Noah, just like God found favor in you. And what God is really pleased with is your obedience. And anybody watching this, if you realize, okay, you were not obedient, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad and be like, oh man, this word is not for me. I've been disobedient. God, I'm just going to give up. No, see this as motivation. See this as confirmation as to why it's important to be obedient. So even if it's not your word, learn from it, receive it, and learn from it. We've all been in a situation before. We've all been disobedient, including myself. And we all learned from it, right? That's where wisdom comes from. Wisdom comes from experience. Wisdom comes from experience. God will allow us to go through things and to experience things. That's why he gave us free will. But it's also up to us to want to do the right thing with our free will. And that is why God is pleased with you. Because there has been many instances where you could have turned cold, where you could have been a completely different person, but not one time did you let the enemy push you onto a path where you started repaying evil with evil. Not one time did you do that. People lied on you. People messed with you. And you have done absolutely nothing for them to mess with you. God is very happy with your obedience, and he's very happy with how you're handling things. Okay? I'm going to read this passage to you. This is Genesis 7, okay? It says here, the Lord then said to Noah, go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate, and also 7 pairs of every kind of bird, male and female, to keep their various kinds alive throughout the earth. 7 days from now, I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature I have made. And Noah did all that the Lord commanded him. What is the most important part of that? The most important part was the instructions that God gave Noah, right? God reassuring Noah why he is saving him, why he's giving him these instructions. But not only that, the most important part is Noah complying to these instructions, Noah being obedient, despite the mockery he faced, despite being laughed at, despite the persecution. His obedience is what saved his life. His obedience is what saved his generation and the next generation. His obedience. God, I just put a video out saying God is going to surprise you. God is going to do something in your life. Now, he's not going to wipe clean the whole world like he did before, right? The same favor that he gave Noah is the same favor he is giving you. And this is why your generation, your next generation, is going to be saved. Because of who you are, because of you being upright, because of your obedience to God and following his instructions. That is why you are going to be blessed. And that is why the generations after you are going to be blessed. Continue to stay obedient. God is very well happy with you. Okay? I love you guys. Whoever this word is for, receive it. And watch the other video about staying consistent. That video is important as well, okay? Stay consistent. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.